morning. This is Sniper Tarot. I'm here to do your daily collective message for August 12th, 2025. I hope that you're doing well today. Today is Tuesday. We're going to do a collective message for all signs, all placements for the day. It'll be a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you're new here and you like my readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you then will get notifications when I do future videos, and I do all sorts of videos. Welcome back to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, for sharing. It's really helping the message get out to the collective, which also helps build that energy for consciousness here. So let's call in Spirit. I'm going to be calling in Spirit, and then I will pull an animal oracle card, and then we will pull some tarot from the Lucid Dreams Tarot deck. Okay, let's call in Spirit. Okay. Grab your tea, coffee, water, whatever it is you like to have while you listen on in. I'm going to pull a animal oracle card from the Wild Soul Animal Oracle deck to get an overall feeling for what the day will bring. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective. All signs, all placements for August 12th, 2025, please. And we have the butterfly, and the word is evolution. So let me read from the Wild Soul book and see what the butterfly has to say. I'm up extra early today because I've got to take my car in. Okay, take a drink of my coffee. All right, so the butterfly, symbolizing transformation and growth. And we just had the caterpillar, right? We talked about growth. We talked about newness. We talked about the potential. And now we have the butterfly. So the butterfly symbolizes transformation and growth, represents the power of change. Emerging from its cocoon, the butterfly reminds us that evolution is a natural and necessary part of life. This card signals that you're undergoing or approaching a period of change and personal development. Embrace the process, knowing that this transformation will lead to new beginnings. So embrace your evolution. Let go of the old and welcome the new with openness and trust in the process. Okay, so that's interesting that we had the caterpillar. Now we have the butterfly. So we are in that process of becoming new, where we are going through a new beginning. So we are evolving into this new person, new creature, new beginning, whatever it is that you want to say here. So take what resonates here. Let's pull some tarot cards from the Lucid Dreams deck and get an overall message. Please feel free to fast forward through the shuffling by double clicking on the screen so that you can get right to the reading. A lot of tarot readers will shuffle before they start the camera, but I don't know. I like to do it in real time here. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective, all signs, all placements, August 12th, 2025, please. Most important message for the collective. We're finally getting away from that Mercury retrograde. I had one more thing go wrong. It's been a hard one, this one. And we're in a full moon now. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for the collective for August 12th, please. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse position. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the upright position. Okay, and we have the Hanged Man in the reverse position as well. Okay. Back of the deck, we do have the High Priestess in the reverse position. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is the center of your reading, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is all about financial security, inheritance, roots, you know, your legacy, your ancestry, your family, all about, you know, what it is you and your tribe have created, okay? That's what this Ten of Pentacles is. What you and your tribe have created over the years, okay? What is your legacy? What is your dynasty? Long-term success, things like that. What have you worked hard for your whole life to create, you know, what you have, what your family has, what your children will have, things like that. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is all about here. Now, I do have the Six of Swords here. There could be some an aspect of your life where you felt trapped, or you felt like running away, or you felt like you were unable to move, you know, from a situation, stuck in a way. Okay, we'll go back and clarify. But I feel like with the Butterfly card, it's like you felt stuck or unable to get out of something, felt trapped to get out of something, and you're now evolving. You're stepping into a new beginning here. What Spirit is saying to me is that this is all about karmic family ties, repeated cycles. Spirit says that you are going to break the legacy, you're going to break the way that things have always been throughout your family. You're going to break and change and start a new beginning here. You're going to evolve this whole legacy. We're going to go back and clarify here. I can't quite put the words out what I'm feeling here, but it's like you're stopping it right now. You're stopping the way things have always been for you and your family, your legacy, your past, your family, your money, whatever it is. Spirit says you are now changing the way things have always been. Okay, you're not going to be stuck in or trapped in this situation any longer. You are going to evolve, okay, and create a new beginning, a newness within this dynamic here. With the Hangman here, you could be feeling you may be feeling like you see things now in a you do see things the way that you want to see them. You're not necessarily seeing them how other people are seeing them. You're seeing it in the way that you want to see it. So in other words, it's almost like it feels like the way that family has always seen and done things, you see things your way, not the way they see things. You're going to change things. You don't want to be stuck in this situation. You want to evolve and grow. In the shadow here, we do have the High Priestess in the reverse position. There could be some confusion or disconnection for what you don't see. Some clouded insight. There could be some secrets that you don't know about as well. You could also have some type of blocked intuition at this time with the High Priestess being in the reverse position. Let's go back and clarify, because this feels very, it's almost like unexplaining, I'm unable to explain what I'm saying, what I want to say here. Let's try to get this out. It's almost like it feels like you're going to be changing history for your kin, your family, the way things have always been for you and your tribe. That's what it feels like. You're going to be changing history. You're going to be changing the way things have always been. You're going to evolve. Everyone else is the caterpillar. So like your family are the caterpillar, okay? They've always been a caterpillar. They've always had the potential. They've always had time to grow, but they've always been the caterpillar, okay? And what I feel like, you are going to evolve. You are going to change. You're going to step away from this stuck place where you've always been the caterpillar, and you're going to evolve into the butterfly and grow and change and start a new beginning. That's what it feels like here, okay? Please clarify the Six of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. Please clarify the Hangman. And we have the Hermit card. Okay, back of the deck, we do have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. All right, I do want to clarify that High Priestess too. Let's clarify the High Priestess. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay. And then we have the Page of Cups back here in the shadow too. Okay. So clarifying the Six of Swords here, we do have the Eight of Wands. So you have maybe felt stuck or trapped or returning to a place of trouble because you're really wanting to, you may be waiting in order to evolve and change. There could be some slowing down. There could be some panic that is set in where you feel like you're returning to the way things are because you're wanting to evolve and change and do things something different, okay? You maybe happen to revert to your old ways, in other words. You feel like you have to revert to your old ways, but you're not wanting to go there. You're panicking in a way because you're having to wait or slow down to evolve and change, okay? You're ready to evolve and change here. You are the butterfly. You may be being held back from others, like your family here. There could be some group conflicts here. You may need to isolate yourself away from these people. Whatever this, people that, it could be family. It could be people within your ancestry. It could have to do with your, how you receive money as well. But there's been group conflicts. There's some type of thing going on here within a group dynamic where there's been a conflict, okay? It feels like there's been conflict with the people that have always done things the way that they've done. And you're wanting to step outside the box, evolve, and do something new. And you're panicking a little bit because you're feeling like, am I always going to be stuck here? Am I destined to do the same thing that they've done? is what it feels like here. And you're wanting to cut that karmic cord, change things up, and do things differently now. Change the legacy. Change how things will be done in the future. And this could be business. This could be a family dynamic. This could be anything that you're really wanting to change the norm for what is in your tribe. So we have the Hermit here that's over the Hangman here, and it's basically telling me that there could be some delays in you changing how things are at this time. You may be looking at things your way, and you may need to take some solitude in order to kind of figure out your next move here. I do have the Nine of Wands that is clarifying this High Priestess. You may have a blocked intuition at this time, but you need to have courage and strength in order to push through, okay, this confusion that you might be feeling at this time, in order for you to get what it is that you're wanting here, which is to evolve and create a new beginning here. We do have the Page of Cups in the shadow here. You may be dealing with people that are emotionally immature and don't understand what you want to do. That's what you don't see. You may be feeling like, why don't they get it? Why don't they see that I want to make things different, that I want to make things better? And you may not necessarily, they have a one mindset here. You're really wanting to evolve and change. But you're dealing with disappointment because they're not emotionally mature enough to understand that it doesn't always have to be like this for centuries, for years, for blah, blah, blah. You're really wanting to change it and do something different, evolve and grow. It's the only way I really know how to say it. It just feels like you want your legacy to be different than what your parents, your grandparents, and maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you're the first to go to college. You're changing and you're evolving much more so than those within your tribe is what it feels like. So you could be the first to go to college. You could be the first to become a doctor. You could be the first to buy a bunch of land. You could be the first to own a home. You could be the first to travel the world. Things like that. That's what it feels like to me. And you're being held back by people that are emotionally immature to accept that you want to evolve. So take it as it resonates. Again, you know what you wanting to do. I'm giving you examples here. What is the conclusion of this reading, please, Spirit? Maybe you're wanting to divorce, and move on and evolve on your own, and nobody in your family has ever gotten divorced. It could be something as simple as that. Okay, we have the Six of Cups and we have the Five of Cups here, both in the reverse position. Yeah, I still feel like you have this emotional baggage with these people. You're wanting to step outside. You want your independence. You could be leaving home. You're moving forward with what it is that you want to do, the way that you want to do it, and evolve in a way that no one else has ever evolved within your tribe is what it feels like. So you could be leaving home with the Six of Cups here. You could be stepping outside of the box. You could be gaining your independence and moving forward. So, and you're moving on. You're accepting and finding peace with your own, with the Five of Cups here. You're finding peace. You're moving on. You're accepting that they may not understand that you're evolving. They're still stuck in this place. You may have to actually go without them. This is what this feels like. There's a lot of emotional baggage here when it comes to your tribe, is what it feels like. There's a lot of emotional baggage here. This could be your family. This could be a marriage. This could be something where there's a lot of baggage, a lot of emotional baggage here. But you're ready to step outside. You're ready for your independence. You're moving on. So take it as it resonates here. It just feels like you're going to do something that nobody else has ever done. You want to step out. You want to change the dynamic. You want to change your legacy and create and evolve something new that is right for you. And it feels like, it really feels like this is like an evolution for a change that will not only affect you and those around you, but it's going to help the generations behind you, your children, their children, because you're changing and evolving is what it feels like here. So let's pull a message from the universe to finish up your reading, collective. But yeah, this is a deep reading today. It feels like you're really wanting to change things. You're cutting the cords of the karmic wheel that always takes place within your tribe. You're changing it and doing something different. Like I said, you can take the examples, you're the first to go to college. You're the first to travel the world. You're the first to leave a marriage. You're the first, something like that. You are the first here, and you're evolving is what it feels like. Angels, guides, ancestors, a message from the universe for the collective for August 12th, 2025. Okay, so the card says, sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So leave behind all that has been weighing you down for so long and reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you. I promise you, you will not regret it. I can't make this up. Spirit is saying it's time for you to leave the stuff behind that's weighing you down. Okay? The things that you don't want to do. The things that everyone has always done within your tribe. You want to change things up and do something different. So Spirit says that, this stuff is weighing you down. You don't want to do what your ancestors did. You don't want to do what your parents did. Things like that. You don't want to do what the norm is. You want to go outside of the box. So reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you. And Spirit says that, I promise you, you will not regret it. So following that intuition, get out of that block. Stop letting people, stop you from or delay you from moving on into the new here. You're evolving and growing much more. And this also could be spiritually. So perhaps, outside of the norm, perhaps, your family always went to church. They have a certain belief. They have a religion. And now maybe you don't want to follow a religion. You became a spiritualist and you have evolved. So maybe that's what's going on here. Okay. That's what it feels like for me, collective. So I hope you enjoyed the message. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Please be kind and caring to one another, as you don't know what other people are going through. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.